Okay, this week I've got 2 exercises for you, and this is the first one, and you may not get onto the second one, and we'll do that over the next couple of weeks. But what I've got here is a basic shell for a USB stick. If I just hide the end cap on there, and this is a master model. It is not not an assembly, and I'll get you to do the assembly from that. If I just switch all those back on, if you look at the design tree here, you can just see the sort of commands. I'm using a loft wrap tool to do this, and that's very good for putting text on as well. It used to be awful to try and do stuff, but with the wrap tool you can put some nice sort of embossed or debossed text, and you need to learn the difference between embossed and debossed. I'll leave you to look that up, and also use the sort of shelling command from it. And as you can see, there's not a lot of stuff there, but it does take quite a bit of time. So let's try and crack on and see what we can do. I'll just take you up to the first part up here. So that is that there. If I go through the sketches, I have to use 5 sketches to actually make up that shape, and you'll see why as we go through. So that is what you're going to try and create, and this is how we do it. So I'm going to go for a new part. Okay, and I'm going to make it easier for ourselves. I'm going to sketch, and I'm going to go into let's go to front plane on that one, and I'm going to use the ellipse tool, which is there. Now there are several ellipse tools you can use, but just use the basic ellipse tool to start with, and I'm going to go there to the outside and up there. Okay, just click on there, click on the center. This is holding the shift key down. Okay, and just make sure they're all horizontal, and just put a smart dimension between there and there of 50. No, it's nearly 50. Okay, and then a dimension from there to there, and I haven't done the horizontal on that yet, and let's just make that 12. Okay, so on this, that's the sort of flat lozenge that we've got here. I'm also going to draw a line from here to here, because I only need half of it, and then just trim away the bottom half. Okay, and that should stick, and then give that a green tick. I say green tick, but it's a blue thing. Okay, I'm going to bring up my sorry, on there, my things. I want to now sketch in this one here. So again, I'm going to sketch, and I don't want that plane. I actually want a different plane this way, so just come out of that again. Sometimes it does that, so it just tries to remember. So I'm going to sketch, I'm going to do it in that plane this time, top plane, and I'm going to do exactly the same again with the ellipse tool from that center out to that point there, and this time the width is going to be a little bit different. Let's just check we do have it. It should do it, because we've got those 2 points there. It should be fine. Let's just make those I'm going to get this wrong, I know. Make this horizontal. No, it's going to be vertical. So let's just clear selection. We don't need to do that at all, because as I said previous, so let's just take those off, just delete, select and delete those. Okay, what I need here is a dimension from there to there, and as I said, that should be 20. Okay, and then again, draw yourself another line. You have to do this with a loft, and surfaces won't really hack this. You probably can do that in Rhino. Okay, and that's a line there, and then go to my trim tool, and there we go, I've got that one there. So I'm just going to do this twice more, so, and it's exactly the same as the top one I'm going to do this time. So I'm going to go to sketch, it's done it again. I actually want to go into that one there, exit sketch. Let's try again. Sketch into that platform there, and I want to do the underside of this now. So again, back to ellipse tool. It should be a lot easier now you've done it a few times. That says he mucking up straight away. There we go. Let's go into that one there, out to there, and down to about there. Now what I could have done there is actually, if I just move that down, so I'm going to go, yeah, I can just do that to that point there, and it goes black, and draw. So I'm picking up on the previous sketch, and then I just want to draw a line between there and that, and then trim away those entities there. Okay, I trimmed away the wrong ones. Just Control Z. I want to trim away the top, so I've got the underneath. That's perfect. Control Z is your best friend. And then last but not least, I will do this one here. So again, let's click on that plane and then go to sketch. Brilliant. And again, go to the ellipse tool and center mark out to there. Just pick up on that one there, so I know it's exactly the same size, and then draw a line in. For some reason it's not, it's all blue. Let's just try it again. There we go, it's picked up on it this time. Draw a line from there to there, and there we go, and then trim. There we, wrong side again. Control Z, as I say, be your best friend, and then trim on that side there. And we should have now our 4 sketches, but we need a 5th one. Now the 5th one, okay, I want to do right bang on that right plane, but to these points here. So again, ellipse tool. Let's just click on that plane first, and then put an ellipse in there. From there, pick up on that point there, and that top point there. Okay, so that's all done there. But as you see, we are not. Let's pull that way. That one, yeah. Sometimes it's just a little bit of persuasion to do it. Now, what I'm going to do is just come out of there, and I'm going to switch off those because they get in the way. So you can roughly see I've sort of created this cage for this project to for this loft to do. There are 2 ways of doing loft. Boundary boss base is one, and loft. You can use them the same, but it's easier to use the one I'm using for now. But do experiment. So I'm going to click on that one, and I'm going to click on next one. I'm doing these in sequence, and I'm going to click the next one. You notice it's a sort of deformed in a way, and it doesn't match. You can see why I've got this guideline there. Now I've selected 4 sketches, and what you'll see is when I click this line, it doesn't actually complete. I get like a slice out of it. Nice command here called close loft. Perfect, and give that a green tick. And I'm just going to pause there because I need a drink. Okay, so that's probably the easiest bit done. And you might hear a lot of barking at the moment. Dog's got to be fed. So next stage really is to put this feature in here. So I'm going to switch my planes back on that one there. Or you can go into, as I said last week, there's that little arrow up here. I'll just pull out that there, and here you can switch these on or off in that way, depending on what you want to do. Or if you just press the eye itself, it takes them all off. Okay, so which plane do I want? I don't want that one at the minute. I want that one because I'm going to put another plane in. So I've got reference geometry, going to go to plane, and I'm going to use the top plane there, and I only really want that 10mm off the top. Okay, and I'm going to do this little feature here. So press space bar on the top there, and I'm going to draw, go to sketch, and I'm going to draw a line just from that centre mark there to roughly where that endpoint is there. It doesn't have to be on that endpoint, but it does help. So I'm just going to do that to see if I can pick up on it. Yeah, no, it's not. So I'm just going to go off there for now, and I'm just going to convert that to a construction line. And I'm going to draw 2 circles on that line, one about there and one about there. And I'm also going to try and do a construction line from about there up to there, just random. Okay, it's still blue, and I'm going to do a measurement from there to there. And we know this thing's 50 long, so I'm going to have that at 25. So just give me that reference of where I want stuff to be. And there we go, smack on. I'm going to give a dimension to that, and I think I had that at 8 mil. 8 mil. Okay, change, and that I'm going to have it. Let's do it 4 mil. I did have it 3. Let's do 4. I quite like round numbers on that one, and I'm going to have these at 10.5 apart. So one there. So these at 10.5. This is for your thumb. You'll see what I mean. 10.5 apart. And what distance are we going to have from here? I need to bring that in, so it's about 2 mil from that end. So if I know that's 2 mil, I need that to be, let's just see what we've got to that point there. That's 12. Let's have that at, see what 10 does. Okay, it's too much, so let's go 11. Just give me a little bit of space at the end there, around here, which is what I want. So that's absolutely fine for now. As I say, there's no right or wrong with this. So I'm also now going to put in, come out of that one, I'm going to put in an arc. Just a bit of styling. So there. Me and my arcs, eh? Let's try once more. It's about there, about that there. Okay, and let's just do our tangential relationships here. Okay, it's always good to have relations rather than dimensions, but a mixture of the two can help. And let's give that a dimension. That's 16, so we give that 15. What does that look like? 15. Let's make it slightly smaller. Let's go 12 on that one. Here we go. Is it going to do it? No, because I didn't click it. Let's try again. 12. Okay, I need to go the other way, so let's go 18. That looks better. Okay, and just to make sure it's right, I could draw another thing, but I'm just going to mirror entities. So I want to mirror that and the mirror about that centre line. Okay. Oh, I needed to copy that. Control Z. Let's try once more. I was moved, that's why I did that. Beg your pardon. Mirror entities. I need a copy. I need to mirror about. So that's that. Okay, perfect. And my trim tool, trim entities. Oh, come on. I think I need a new mouse. Design yourself one and 3D print them. Okay, so now you can see I've got that hovering above that area. So now, I don't know if you've done this before, but there is a feature command come out of the sketch called wrap. Now if I click on the wrap, you've got options here. So you can see it, if it highlights, you've got emboss, which means it comes out. I'm sorry about that, dog loves to bark. You've got deboss, which means it sinks it in, and then you've got just to scribe, so it just scribes a line on there, which is quite good for demarcation. And you do exactly the same here with text, which I can show you later on, or I'll show you in session. So if it was a cylinder, you'd use that but because it's like a foldable surface, I'm going to use the sort of wrinkled sheet approach. It's already selected my previous sketch because it knows what I'm going to do, but it also wants me to choose the face I want it on. So I've chosen that, and automatically you see it's actually highlighted where it's going to be. Now, as I say, I want to emboss that, and I want to do that at 0.4 or 0.4 because there's going to be a little rubber insert in there. So if I wanted to do accuracy more, I could do that. There's also pull direction, but it's fairly obvious on that. Pull direction is where you select something going up and down on a flat surface or an edge of something, just so that it actually knows what you can do. The other way you could do this is extrude cut surface, but you wouldn't get it. You would have to do a plane that was tangential to that surface, which is hellishly difficult to try and achieve. So I'm just going to give that a green tick. 0.4 I'm going to do, and you'll see what happens. So therefore I actually have that cut out now. Now I want that on the underside as well, so the easiest way for me to do that is go to mirror. Okay, and it's the mirror face plane. So what I'm going to do is pick up on the plane that cuts through all of this, that one there. It's faces or to mirror or bodies to mirror. Now I can just click my previous one, it doesn't like it, or I could go faces to mirror, doesn't like it either. So I'm just going to click on there, and it's done it automatically. So hopefully, having done that, we will go through. It's thinking about it. Come on. And it doesn't like it. Oh, terrific, isn't it? This sometimes, if a geometric pattern, let's try that. Pattern face solid to form a closed body. Sometimes I do actually give up with SolidWorks, but yeah, it's interesting. Let's just try this, if it would do it that way. So let's try bodies to mirror, and it still doesn't do it because it wants to merge. So if I merge, let's see if it would take the merge sign off. Has it done it? No, it hasn't done it. Okay. It did at my previous one, but let's just delete this for now and leave that for a so I mean, you could split it and do it another way. Let me just try one more time to do it. I mean, I'm quite glad this is happening because it shows you that it's not just you that this happens to. So let's go to mirror, and what do I want to mirror? Okay, face plane thingy bob. I'm going to click on that. Sorry, plane. I need to read what I'm doing. There's a plane. It's not that plane. So it is that plane there. And bodies to mirror is that. And it's chosen that one there. So let's just delete that. Go on to that one there. And let's just try again. Failed to merge again on that. Okay, I'm going to leave that for now. We'll try it in class, but we'll see what happens. It's funny, if it shows you a preview, it should do it, but it just kinks out. Let me just try delete that. It should actually pick up on that. No. Okay. We can always come back and do that later on. Okay, I'll just show you if I go to the previous one. If we go to where the wrap is here, and I've got mirror 6, you can see that it's done it there. And if I go to edit mirror, it would probably fail it. And you can see from that, that's how it should work from that. But we'll just leave it for now. There are several ways to do this. Okay, go back to the original drawing. So what I want to do now is actually create the part that goes in there. And again, this can be quite controversial. So I'm going to touch on surfaces. And again, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So if I go to surfaces, there's a command on here that says offset surface. So what I'm going to do is click on offset surface, and I'm going to click just on that face. And you can see there, and it's got a default of 10. I'm actually going to do that at 0. Okay. And give that a green tick. You'll see why in a second. Now you'll see I've also got a surface bodies folder here as well now. So I'm just going to expand that and I'm going to switch off that, and you can see that I've got a surface on there. What I can do now is actually thicken that surface. I'm going to click on that surface, and I don't want that, I want 0.4. Okay, and it actually creates a solid by doing this. I don't want to merge. If I do that, there's that part there, and if I click back on, I now have my little insert. And if I was really particular about this, okay, I can go to appearance and just come down to face. It should give me a colour chart, and I can just give it a colour. Let's give it red this time. So you can see that that actually is a separate entity to what I wanted to do. Now, that's that bit done. It's a shame underneath. I suppose it's quite nice. What I want to do now is to create the two side cutouts. So I'm going to go to sketch again, and I'm going to sketch on that top plane, and I'm just going to do a rough curve from about there to there. Okay, and I need to give that some dimension. So if I best way to do it. Oh, and there goes boy again. So he's like a burglar alarm, is my dog. Right, what I'm going to do is just do a centre line from up there to somewhere down here, and I am going to smart dimension from there to there. Okay, let's just do that at 4 mil. Okay, and if I give that a radius of 12, okay, and what else do I need to do? I need a distance from there to that endpoint. It should go black. Excellent. That's 20. Let's just change that to 20. Oh, 20.5, 20.5. And these are the little finger holes on here. So let's just go to features and go to extrude boss base. Okay, thin feature, I want it the opposite way. That's fantastic. No, actually, I want to extrude cut. So I just go extrude cut. And again, I want thin feature. And I want to reverse that. And give that a green and make sure it's through all. One direction, just come round. I'll just pump it up. So it's this one here. Through all. That's it. Give that green tick. Okay, so it's taken that chunk out. I can then go to mirror entities again. Now, if I was doing this properly, I'd have draft on this. But my mirror face, let me just have a quick look where my mirror face is. Which one? That one there. Okay, so that's two sides done. Fantastic. Okay, I'm going to stop there because I need to get another drink. But you can see the basics of your bit here, and we need to do this end cap bit. So I'm going to pause. Okay, what I need to do now is split this. You might get barking again in a second for the poor dog. So I'm going to do this using planes. So I'm going to switch my planes back on so I can visually see these. Oh no, I want to do a plane off here. So if we go to reference geometry, go to plane, and the boy has dropped his ball. Let's just reverse this offset. It's a flip offset, and let's do that by, let's go 6. That's probably maybe 7 millimeters. That's just 1 second. Yep, so let's have that at I went the wrong way there, didn't I? 7. Let's go down to 4. It's probably a bit too much. Let's go 4.5. Doesn't really matter, just whatever looks proportionally correct. It may be that I've got those around the one, but I think that's probably quite nice. So that's a plane in. I'm going to use that plane to actually split the part on there. So if you go to Insert and you come down to Features, and down the bottom there's a thing called Split, and you get this default template. Don't worry about it, just say OK, and then you get this dialog box up, and it's already chosen that plane for me because it knows that I'm doing whatever I'm doing. So I'm going to click on that there. Sorry, it didn't select. Delete that one. Go into that box there. Okay, selected that body already, and it says cut body, and it gives me 2 parts. So that's the sort of preview for it, front and back. So I'm going to assign automatically. Okay, let's do that one and that one. Assign automatically. Part has been. Please save the part before. Okay. See, it's tells you everything that you need to do. So let's just go to File, Save. I'll do Save As, and let's just do that as exercise 5, part 2. You can save it as whatever you want to do it. Right, let's go back into Insert, Split. I'm going to do 2 splits, but I'm going to do this one first because it allows me to do other bits and pieces. So Features, and then come down to Split. So I already got that there. Select the body, that one there. Cut bodies. Just give me 2 options. Just double check that one and that one. And I'm going to do assign, auto assign names, which you should have done anyway. And just cut. Has it done it? Yes. So give that a green tick. Okay, and it's just opening up 2 separate part bodies. These are individual parts. These don't go with any history, so you can either adjust these or the other parts, or well, let's see how we go. So I've got my split, and I've got a funny feeling I've just deleted the parts. Or have I? Okay, down here, consume cut bodies. I don't want to consume cut bodies, so untick that and then cut away. I quite like that orange, matte orange. It's going through it again. So now you can see I've got a split line there. So if I go up here, there's split 1, turn that off, back on again, split 2, off. Okay, what I need to do now is construct the USB part here. Now you notice I'm not doing any filleting because I think filleting should be left to last, and it actually mucks up the shell part of things. Well, actually I can do the shell first. Let's go back onto there. Let's just hide this part. So if I go to shell, and the shell command is in the features, there it is. Okay, now I'm going to do this at 1 mil because it will freak out otherwise. And let's just, it's got face 1 there. Now I want to delete that. That one there. Show preview. Just give me a line there. And it hollows that out. Perfect. If I just go back into edit that. If I go into edit that and change that to 1.5, it might freak out again. Yes, I've got no preview, so if I go onto that, and it's basically because the minimum radius is not sufficient to actually create the part. So I'll just change that back to 1. It tells you where it's failing, but 1 mil is sufficient for this exercise anyway. And if you hear something scraping, it's the dog. And why is it not doing it for me? Come on. It's done it now. There we go. Right, so I've done that part. Let's just go switch the other part back on, and this time let's put that in to here. So let's just go, let's hide that part. He does this every time after his dinner. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to draw the sort of cuboid aspects in here. So sketch, cuboid, sketch, come on, that's it, rectangle, come on, there we go. Just going to do a rectangle in here somewhere that's about USB size, and I might have to look back to see what that is, but for that I'm just going to click on that there line, click on the plane line, and then just do a symmetrical. I can't do symmetrical. Okay, I have to draw some center lines in. Let's do a center line. Doesn't matter what that is as long as it's on that there. I'm going to do one from about there out to here somewhere. Now just change that to a line there. Just wonder if that, yeah, it is black. Good. Okay, let's just pull that down. So get to the point. Right, that helps. So just do that, hold the shift key down, select these three, and then it should give you symmetrical, make symmetric, and I'll do it again from there to there to there, and make symmetrical. Okay, and dimensions for that, I'm going to have to cheat and just look back. So just one second, might as well do it while you're here. So let's go back to that there. This is the easy way to do it, because I think it's that sketch there. Just go to edit sketch and you'll see the dimensions. So it's 12 and 4.6. So let me go back and put a dimension of 12. There we go, 12. Okay, and 4.6. Now I'm not going to put anything, any fillets on there as yet, because it will screw up the shelling of the inside of this, and I'm going to extrude this out by 4mm. You can double check if you've got some version. I want to merge with that as well, so rather than auto select, I'm just going to select merge with that one. Okay, and you'll see I've got my blocks. I've got the basics part there. Now what I am going to do is actually split this. I'm going to have to put another plane in and split it down the horizontal. So before I do anything, I'm going to go to features, reference geometry, go to plane, and points are there, so plane there, kind of midpoint. Now I could have done that off there, but I'm just going to pull this one out because I want it to go through everything, just so I can see it. Okay, and I'm going to bring back that. No, that's not been split. I don't need to bring that back, so sorry, I'll hide that. Okay, and I'm going to go to my insert features and then split. Okay, and again I'm going to use that plane I've just put in. Okay, and I'm going to select the body, which is that one, not the shell, the last one. Let's just delete that and cut bodies, and that one, and that underneath one. And I don't want bodies consumed, I want them left, I want them that way. So I've now split that body. If I just hide one of them, let's do that one, switch on. If I hide that top one, and I'll hide that as well for now, come on, I can then just switch off everything else, I go to shell, and it's just 1 mil, and I'm going to select that top face, that side face, and don't worry about that. It should come out. You can see I've got a nice shelled unit there, and I can put fillets in a bit. I'll show you that because there should be fillets around here. And if I just bring the other bit, switch that one off, bring that one off, and do exactly the same thing, and go to shell, that face and that face. Okay, you can see you've got your part there to do that, and it's done that quite nicely in there. Now what I would do when I say fillets, I've got to fillet, and I go say something like 0.2. Okay, I can do the inside of this here, just go around. The reason being, it's just far better housekeeping when you're doing stuff. And I can do probably the outside of that there, although that probably should be a different one. Doesn't like it. See, it's probably because I picked up a face as well. No, doesn't like that at all. And that's probably because of shelling, so it's probably there. So let's just go to 0.1. There we go, that's better. Or you could theoretically fillet that way. So let me just delete that last one. Yes. And let's just see if I go up to above that shell there, and if I just fillet this here with a 0.2. Let's do 0.4. Let's do 0.3. No, 0.2. Yeah, okay. As I say, fillets are the sort of bane of, you can do all this fantastic work and then come to do a fillet and you spend more time doing fillets than you do the whole drawing. Right, so let's just see if I move that back in history, has that actually done what I asked for? Just thinking about it. This is does take time. Come on. The last one it doesn't like doing, the last shell. So you can see why fillets are notoriously difficult. Let's just, if I let's change that, if I do it to 0.1. And we were talking just breaking the edge really. See if that helps. It may not do it. Let's see. If I do that 0.1, it should come out at 0.1 mil bigger, 1.2 on the other side. Let's just see what happens. Come on. No, it still doesn't like it. So I'm just going to delete that fillet for now. And see what happens. Yeah, loves it. So you can fillet those individually on the outside. So if I just bring the other bits back in, you can see you've got that part there, and that part, and that part. And if I just copy that surface, copy appearance, and just paste appearance to the body. Okay, you've got your part there, and if I go on to the section tool, you can see how it slots together. Now it's just very, very simple stuff. What I would like you to do is to try and do your own, and if you feel how do I put it, if you feel confident enough, get an old USB stick and just copy the bits and pieces on the inside and fit it in there, and then go back and adjust to do it. So you actually got a USB stick holder that you could theoretically print out and use being your own, and also try and do that bit there to copy that over. Let's try that now actually. Let's just see if it would do it. Let's just no, let's leave it till till session from that one. You would also here actually have a kind of lip for the two to lock in together, but it's just a nice little exercise to do it. Right, I'll see you in the next project. Well, exercise actually.